This is going to be a controversial topic. Nothing more controversial than I've ever talked about before, but regardless, this is going to be an interesting topic no matter which side of the coin you are on. The idea is this. As of writing this script, is it okay to have a shiny, or even any, currently illegal or unobtainable Pokemon in my save file if I achieved it through normal in-game means?
Is there more to us than the words we say, the games we play? Can we know that we're not dreaming?
Alright, so let me just lay down some facts before you pull out pitchforks. This is not a video legitimizing the practice of acquiring forbidden Pokemon before they can be transferred into Scarlet and Violet from the home update, whenever it decides to update. This video is just here to bring attention to a topic and then have you answer the question yourselves. Now, I want to talk to you about my philosophy regarding hacked, genned, cloned Pokemon, as well as popular terms such as legitimate, legal, illegal. I only have two labels for a Pokemon: authentic and illegal. I view authentic Pokemon as any Pokemon that can be obtained through normal, in-game means without using glitches or using third-party software, and especially without modifying my game or my game console. If the Pokemon is created by either generating it or genning, using hacks to create it, third-party software, or modifying the game console, then the Pokemon is illegal. I do my best to make sure all of my Pokemon are authentic, but that is of course my choice. However, I'm sure by now you have seen multiple, and I repeat, multiple videos of people showing off Hisuian Pokemon, showing off past legends, showing off their moves, and even showing off starter Pokemon and not yet announced Pokemon or revealed for Terra raids. And if not, well, now you know. People have had them for months now. These Pokemon cannot be acquired legitimately. For example, the only way to get Zacian, to my knowledge, as of March 10th, the day of me writing this script, is to use third-party software to hack it or gen it into the game. The same is true, however, for the aforementioned Pokemon I talked about earlier. Specifically, all of the starters, all of the other soon-to-be transferable Pokemon, all of the Hisuian Pokemon. There are a lot of Pokemon that should not be in the game at this time, and yet people are able to get them in. Anyway, I cannot acquire these Pokemon normally. It is impossible without hacking my game. At least, that is theoretically true. As of Scarlet and Violet, you can now acquire eggs from another trainer if you join their union circle and they set up a picnic to breed Pokemon. So, you can see where I'm coming from when I posed that question earlier. I have not done anything illegal. I myself did nothing. I simply joined someone else's union circle. I was allowed to keep an egg while they were breeding Pokemon, and I hatched the egg myself. I didn't use hacks. I didn't use gen it. I used the in-game tools available to me that I could use for any other Pokemon currently available in the game. There were no shenanigans, nefarious modifying of my Switch. Nothing was done by me that made it possible to acquire this Pokemon without using normal means to acquire it. This is where we enter a kind of gray zone for acquiring a Pokemon, because in my mind, I know full well that I myself cannot get this Pokemon normally without help from another individual. I could only get it myself, if I so wanted, by using hacks, genning, and or modifying my Switch to make it possible. However, I did not do this. I joined another person's union room, I picked up an egg, and I hatched it myself. The steps were no different than, say, going to someone else's union room, seeing them breeding Gyarados, and collecting a Magikarp egg from them to hatch. In fact, it is no different than joining a union room, going down into Area 0, and finding the Paradox Pokemon of another game that do not spawn in my game. It's no different than joining someone's Scarlet file, while I'm playing Violet and getting the past Paradox Pokemon while they get the future Paradox Pokemon from me. You see what I mean? Now, the reason I even asked this question is because I read in a news article from Dexerto about how the community was divided about the newly labeled forbidden Pokemon. Man, I can't believe we're coming up with new names. Anyway, and being able to shiny hunt them in Scarlet and Violet when by all normal logic, it should be impossible to get these Pokemon to begin with, let alone shiny hunt them, due to the fact that about 95% of the community cannot get them without risking a ban via hacks, modifying their switches, etc. How people are angry and calling people out for shiny hunting a Hisuian Arcanine in the story, for example, because it's obviously illegal / impossible to get. But of course, our hunter has it. Now, the thing about these forbidden Pokemon is that they can't be brought online. To my knowledge, yes, you can have them in your game, but they cannot be used for anything outside of, say, battling random Pokemon or in-game trainers. You cannot use them in raids, you cannot use them to battle your friends, and you cannot use them in online battles. Until the game updates to allow these Pokemon online, they are locked to a you can bring them, you can see them, but you can't touch them idea. Furthermore, to my knowledge, you cannot be banned for simply having them. So as long as you don't try to bring them online, you're fine. So it's not like trainers having these is giving them an unfair advantage. To me, it's more akin to having a collector's card that people have to go extra lengths to obtain that they can only show off, but they can't use otherwise. So, do these people having these Pokemon before me affect me? No. It's their Pokemon, it's their games, they can do as they wish. I don't mind if they have them. All I wish is that they would hurry up with this home update because I have so many Pokemon eager to return and battle alongside me against my viewers on my Twitch channel. But this again begs the question, what do you think about these impossible Pokemon? Now, is this a big deal? Honestly, no. It really doesn't even warrant much thought or attention. This is 100% on Game Freak and Pokemon Company. It is their job to make it so that these Pokemon shouldn't even be in the game yet to begin with. But because they put the Pokemon into the game at the start for a home update that we're still waiting on to transfer Pokemon that are already running around in other people's saved file before ours, we have to wait. But what are your opinions? Do you care people have them or not? Is it wrong? Is it acceptable because Game Freak are sloppy with their game? Tell me down in the comments below. I'll see you all next time. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Bye-bye!
When you've reached the point where you can't go on, just come to me, you'll be safe from harm. If you trust in me, then I'll trust in you. There's nothing more that I need to do. If you put your hands in front of mine, we'll be shining through one at a time. Just understand you.